Hello, good morning everyone. I just woke up and walked Rex. We did almost a full mile together. I feel like I try to aim for anything over half a mile with him as our first walk of the day, just to get both of us moving, get our steps in. So now that I did that, it is time for actual cardio. So I'm about to drive over to my community gym and hop on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes. That will definitely be increasing, but as someone who wasn't consistently doing Stairmaster at all before starting this prep, 30 minutes is plenty. Trust me. And 4 times a week is plenty, trust me. Also, life hack. For those of you who don't consistently do cardio or really hate doing cardio, find a show, become obsessed with that show, and then almost withhold that show from yourself and only allow yourself to watch it during cardio. That is what I'm currently doing. I have found, somehow 25 years too late, Gilmore Girls, and I am utterly obsessed. I've been watching it so constantly that it's almost alarming. But now that I get to do cardio and have 30 minutes, which is almost a full episode's length, I literally look forward to cardio so much because I'm like, oh, I get to hang out with Rory and Lorelai. I'm insane. Anyway, see you there. I'm in a yapping mood apparently. The last thing I wanted to say is it is literally 9:30 in the morning. I feel like so many people share their preps, share their journey, share their like fasted cardio, and they're always doing it at like the butt crack acid dawn. Okay, not me, not over here. I will likely be doing it earlier than 9:30. This is not preferred, but just a reminder that like you could fit prep into your lifestyle and into your schedule however that looks for you. I'm someone who likes to stay up until 3 in the morning working sometimes, which is exactly what I did last night, so I allowed myself to sleep in a little bit later, and now I'm just getting a little bit later of a start on my fasted cardio. I used to be the type of person who felt like I had to go at 6 in the morning or I was a failure or I wouldn't have enough time, but truly you just have to find a way to make this lifestyle fit for you, and this is what works for me, is doing 9:30 a.m. fasted cardio. I'm gonna shut up now because I think I'm just like low-key procrastinating. See you there. Also, I think my backseat is getting just a teeny tiny bit out of control. But also like how cute. Especially this little guy with his little head peeking out. I love him. I didn't realize how sore my glutes are. But now I do. For those of you who haven't gotten this Octo Buddy yet, 10 out of 10 recommend. It's so nice because like if your cardio machine or anything at all doesn't have like a place to put your phone, you can just stick it wherever. So close. This was officially my 3rd Stairmaster session of my first week of prep, meaning I just have one more tomorrow morning, and already every single session has gotten easier than the last. I just had to go pick up my groceries, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity, a good time to lay everything out and show you a little insight of what I'm going to be eating throughout this prep. Specifically right now, some of these might change as we go. For protein sources, I got chicken breast, lean ground beef, eggs, egg whites, and tilapia. For veggies, I'm mostly sticking to cucumbers and green beans. These are just 2 veggies I know from experience don't bloat me a lot, and for me that's really important. Digestive health is very important throughout prep. Another veggie I did pick up though is romaine hearts, just romaine lettuce in general, and turning a lot of my meals into salad gives you more volume, keeps you fuller longer. So even though I know she bloats me, she's staying in the rotation for right now. For fruit, I just got some blueberries. Carb sources are sweet potato, jasmine rice, and gluten-free oats, and then one of my only little specialty fats for right now is peanut butter, and this is one we already had. I do think once this runs out I'll be switching to a completely 100% natural peanut butter, but I figured again, being this far out from show, she's okay and we love her and we will hopefully get to keep her for a while. I also wanted to show you guys the vitamins and supplements I'm taking right now. I'm probably adding a little bit more, especially on the vitamin front. These are just what I already have in my pantry, and this is brand new, which I'm excited about. So I'm taking vitamin C, vitamin D3. I take these digestive enzymes with almost every single meal I eat. A pre and probiotic. This one is my favorite, my holy grail. And then today I start creatine. Looking back, I do wish I started this a few weeks before starting prep, but either way, it's something I've literally never taken but has so many proven benefits that I'm really excited to see how I feel on this bad boy. I have showered, I am clean, I smell good, I feel good, I'm coming back to my normal self. It is breakfast time and I'm so freaking hungry, so we're gonna get right into it. This is one of my favorite meals of my entire day, and it's also my biggest meal of my day, which is honestly really nice. And again, like, I know I am so at the beginning of prep right now, I am so early on that I have really no challenges or like nothing to complain about, but I've done enough bodybuilding preps in my lifetime to know that that hunger, it's gonna come, and it's gonna come faster than I expect it to. So any larger meal that is getting me satiated is super appreciated right now, because I know it's a luxury while you're in prep. So as long as I can keep this meal, I'm gonna be keeping this meal. Also, I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing me talk about how dehydrated I am, but it's truly a problem, and in prep, it is an absolute non-negotiable to hit a gallon, or at least get very close to a gallon every single day. So I've been chugging against my will, and I do feel like I feel a little bit bloated throughout this whole first week, but I truly think it's just my body adjusting, because when you go from being really dehydrated to finally properly hydrating your body, it's like the water almost doesn't know where to go for a few days, and then you start to regulate, and it actually gets rid of water retention when you actively drink enough. It's when you're dehydrated that you retain more. So we're working on the non-dehydrated part. Like I was saying, my breakfast is pretty big, so this is literally only half of it. I also have to make oats, but now that this is in front of me, I feel like this is enough food to keep me satiated for a little bit, so I am gonna end up splitting up my breakfast after all. So I'm gonna have the eggs, the egg whites, and the blueberries right now, and then probably wait like 30 minutes or so before having my oats, so I don't get to the point where I'm like stuffed. I literally never fail to pop one of my yolks, and I'm disappointed in myself every single time, and yet I do nothing different, and it always happens, and I'm always sad about it. Also, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know how I haven't thought about, talked about, or wanted to make my coffee yet, but it is also coffee time. I'm gonna make that before actually sitting down to eat my meal. You know I'm losing it when I forget my caffeine. That's unheard of for me. As a girly who likes her coffee to be 90% cream or 10% coffee, I have had to reinvent and try to find a new recipe that is macro friendly for this cut. I haven't like finalized or found a version of this I'm in love with yet, but like anything will do the job. And I'm also aware that I'm gonna have to cut this out sooner rather than later, so I'm appreciative for these. I'm gonna start with 2 ounces of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and then I didn't know the difference between these two. If you guys have tried both and have a preference, let me know. I have yet to try the vanilla, but I got these sugar-free vanilla syrups that are, I think, intentionally made for coffee. Completely 0 calorie and everything, so these are safe to have for right now. So I'm just gonna mix those together and then brew my coffee in my Keurig and have it pour over for almost like a hot latte type of vibe. Okay, today we are trying Mr. Vanilla. I think I might mix the two, so a little splash of this and then a little splash of his French cousin. She's beautiful, she's stunning, she could do no wrong, but I do hope she tastes good. Hello, Smobu. You coming to check out my odd liquid? Speaking of him, Kovu update. You know how you like almost rename your animals every few months? He's now Smovu. I feel like my brain refuses to pronounce the K, so he's converted to Smovu, my little Smovu. And I'm obsessed with him, and I love him so much. And we got him a little cat house yesterday, and he's so happy about it. I apologize in advance for all the bouncing and swinging that's gonna go on during our little chit chat right now. I'm currently in my egg chair sitting outside because I needed to feel comfortable to talk about my feelings. I just wanted to share a little bit of background, a little bit of context, a little bit of my emotional thoughts going into this prep, because maybe this is the first video you've ever seen of me, maybe you don't know my history or background, or maybe you do and you're wondering why I'm back, since I constantly said I was done with competing forever. I tend to over-explain, over-yap, over-analyze, so I'm going to try my best to keep this somewhat concise. For those who don't know, I have done 5 bodybuilding shows in the past. My first show ever was NPC Bikini when I was 17 years old, which was so young getting into all of this. After that show and hearing my judges' feedback and realizing I didn't fit very well into bikini, I decided to venture out into a different federation. So after that NPC Bikini show, I did 2 bikini shows with the WBFF, and then lo and behold, our baby, our queen, wellness was announced that it was going to be brought to the States. So I very quickly switched gears and started training for that. So show number 4 and 5 were both wellness shows. The last one being NPC Nationals back in 2021, which was the last show I ever did, the last stage I ever stepped on. And that wasn't the plan. My plan was to keep competing that year or go into an off season and compete again the next year. I had no intention of not continuously staying with and competing in the sport of bodybuilding. And again, not to over yap, over analyze, over explain, turn this into a therapy session, I had a lot going on in my personal life and with my mental health in 2021, which again was the year of my last show ever. And I think I didn't deal with a lot of the personal issues and mental health issues going on until I had to face it, which happened to align with being post-show, because I think the most beautiful thing about bodybuilding is it's all consuming and it takes over a whole lot of your life, and I think that's a really positive thing. But when you are using it as a distraction to sweep other stuff under the rug, I feel like you get hit pretty hard with reality once the show is over. So I had a really negative post-show experience. Being 4 years later, being very far removed from that, it had nothing to do with the show, with bodybuilding, with anything related to the sport at all. I was just, again, going through some shit. But I think the timing of everything and just how everything unfolded, it made me really resent the sport for a little bit. And I never ever disliked bodybuilding for other people, but it made me go, you know, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just take time and focus on being a quote-unquote regular, healthy, active person and build relationships with people and focus on these other things, because again, I got into the sport at 17, which is really young. All of my early adulthood was spent in a bodybuilding universe where again, it was all consuming. And I don't think there is anything wrong with that at all. I just wish I had some healthier boundaries with the sport and knew how to create balance earlier on. But again, everything happens for a reason. I think I needed that hard reality check and that negative post-show to make me recognize that I didn't know what balance was. And so again, these last 4 years, I've gone on the craziest journey, and I am very grateful to now be able to say that I love myself, I love my relationship with food, I love my viewpoint of the gym, I get excited every workout. I've just come a very, very far way from who I was the last time I stepped on stage. And that's what started creating those little thoughts in the back of my head going, what if you competed one more time? Just one more time, or at least one more season, because like, who knows, maybe I'll step on stage this year and that itch will keep itching and I'll keep going. But my full intent of this prep is to have a final stage, because again, back in 2021 when I did my last show ever, I didn't know at the time that it was going to be my last show ever, and I don't want it to be my last show ever. I still love this sport so much, and I think I've grown to this place of balance and acceptance that I think I can do this prep very healthily, mentally and physically, which would again lead to a very positive post-show. And I do have some fears, which is why I tend to over-explain, especially to you guys, is I just like being super transparent, and I would be lying if I didn't say I was fucking terrified to do this in the public eye. There's something kind of enticing to me about those competitors that don't talk about competing, that don't tell anyone what show they're doing, and they just show up and compete. And that sounds really beautiful, but at the same time, I love watching other people's bodybuilding journeys, so like, why would I not want to document that myself for the future me to look back on, for you guys to watch? So I have made the decision to take you guys with me. I'm just a little bit nervous, so I would love my little support team of YouTube to be my best friend and hold my hand through all of this that we're about to embark on. With that being said, I got a few questions over on my Instagram broadcast channel, which I just started, by the way, so if you want to go join, it's completely free. It's on my Instagram page. It's just like at the bottom of my bio, you can come join, and I'm sharing a whole lot of like random behind the scenes and all of that type of stuff. What was I saying? Oh, I had you guys ask me some questions over there, so just to answer some of those, because these may be common questions people are wondering about, one of which was, what am I doing differently this time? I'm assuming that means to ensure a really positive, good prep. Like I mentioned, I think I was just in a very different stage of life during my last prep ever, and I'm in a great stage of life now with a great support system. So I think just having like a really grounded foundation and a really honest, good relationship with myself is the biggest thing that's different this time, and I think the thing that's gonna make a huge difference. And then the last questions I was seeing as of right now were just kind of asking about what my program looks like, and I'm not a fan of sharing exact macros on the internet because I think everyone is so tailored and specific to them. So I never want to say like, I'm having this many calories, this many carbs, and have someone out there feel like they need to eat the same thing as me. So I will definitely be doing like full day of eatings. I mean, even today I'm showing you guys what I eat as I eat it. I'm just not getting super specific, but you're seeing the food. It's really just the quantity that's going to be changing throughout this prep. And then as far as training goes, my current split: quad and glutes full day with a focus on shoulders, rest, ham and glutes, push day with a focus on shoulders, and then a full leg day hitting a little bit of everything, and then another rest day. So that is my full week split: 3 leg days, 2 upper body days. Both of those upper body days are mostly focused on shoulders, since delts are one of the most important upper body muscles looked at in the wellness division. And then my cardio is currently 30 minutes of Stairmaster 4 times a week. That is going to be adjusting just fully based on how my body is reacting to it. Right now I feel really good. Just for some context, I'm almost 1 week into prep. I started my diet plan last Saturday and today is Friday, so almost to a full week, and I'm already down 2.5 pounds. So this meal plan is going really well. This cardio is going really well. That's a healthy amount of weight to lose. I know a lot of that has to do with inflammation too, because if you are new to this channel, maybe you don't know, but I am one hell of a snacker. But we obviously cut everything out for this prep, so my body's responding really well so far. I'm gonna stick with that for another week and just assess and see how I'm doing and how I'm feeling. So that's basically it. That's all the updates. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm doing. That's my thought process behind all of this. I never thought I would be making a series like this, or even a video like this, or even uttering the words that I'm going to be stepping on stage this year out of my mouth. And as far as like what show I'm doing or anything in that realm, I have absolutely nothing planned, because I think, again, I'm doing this all for me. My only goal this year is to push my limits and see what I'm capable of. So I'm going to be indefinitely in prep, and if I find a show that fits my timing and seems right to do, I'm stepping on that stage. You guys will learn it as soon as I learn it. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for chatting with me. Back to food, because I'm about to have lunch. Dude, I am so sad right now because I literally just filmed a whole ass clip showing you my favorite kitchen tool ever, and now I'm done using it and I went to watch it back and I filmed it in slow-mo. I don't know why this camera has like a default slow-mo mode. I don't know who would ever ask for that or need that on like a regular filming basis. But anyway, it is just one of these little veggie chopper things. It's literally $5, best thing ever. And I just meal prepped all of my cucumber. And then I believe you can actually just store it like this. Like, not only is it a chopper, it doubles as storage. So now I have all of my cucumber pre-chopped. And you could have seen it, but now it's in slow-mo. Okay, my next meal is ready to go. I got chicken breast with some hot sauce on it, our cucumber, and our rice. I might sprinkle some salt and garlic on the cucumber because right now it's just plain, and your girl hates plain food. So excited to eat this. This also might be serving as our pre-workout meal for tonight. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm training in like an hour or if I'm gonna wait until after the post-work rush and go later. So we might have one more meal, or this is serving as pre-workout. And I have the same amount of rice in my next meal, so even if it's not this one, I would still be fueling and carbing up the same. So that's how I view it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna go eat. Hello, I just got home from the gym. I was gonna film my workout, but I already started editing the video you're currently watching, and I feel like it's getting a little long, so we're just gonna save the whole working out part for next video. But I'm about to make my last 2 meals of the day. Obviously, I'm not like eating them both right now, but I haven't meal prepped them since I got my groceries this morning, so I'm gonna meal prep both of them, put them up, make my meal. I'm over explaining. Let's eat. Tilapia salad, tilapia salad. Here we have a tilapia salad. We got the tilapia, we got the salad part, we got some avocado, some cucumber, a little bit of rice under there. That's it. That's all. I've actually been really enjoying tilapia over other proteins recently. It's just like a little lighter and easier to eat. Come say hi, Rex. You haven't made an appearance in a while. Yeah? You don't say. Very insightful. I feel like there was something I was going to tell you guys, but now I can't think of it. So I guess I'll check in with my last meal of the day, which I'll be having in probably like an hour, because I don't like eating too close to bedtime. Not an hour. An hour is dramatic. Maybe like 2 hours.
What happened to your face?
that is all I have for my full day in bodybuilding prep. Again, I'm so excited to be doing this and to be sharing the journey with you guys. I do plan on consistently doing days like this where I'm just showing you an updated version of my current routine and taking you with me and doing the damn thing. And I'm really excited, and hopefully we can keep having these talks and updates and I can keep you guys in the loop. I know I sound like a broken record about it, but I do post more over on Instagram, so if you want to see more consistent physique updates and stuff like that, definitely head over there, join the broadcast channel, all of this stuff. Last thing I want to announce, I do have brand new Midnight Motive, which is my clothing brand, t-shirts coming out soon. We're about 2 weeks out, or a little less by the time you're seeing this, from the drop. Anyway, that's all I got. I will see you guys next week with a new video. I love you so much and have a great rest of your day. Bye!